Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to a brand new video. So it is the first week back at school after Christmas. It is Thursday morning. Not yet done the school run yet, so it is early morning. Wasn't planning on filming so soon. Things are still a bit up in the air. They're definitely a lot better than they were the last time we spoke, which I think was probably last week, maybe the week before, although I don't actually know when this video will be going up. Today I wanted to pick up the camera because I'm actually going to be starting a project that I really wanted to share with you guys. Avery is doing good. She is currently being fed. She's in her X-Panda, doing really well in it. We are slowly getting through all of the clothes she had for Christmas. This is a gorgeous little set, the leggings, and it has a matching top that you can't see because it's underneath her cardigan, but from M&S, and we bought it in blue. Actually, you know, I think the leggings and then the tops came in a 3-pack, but it comes in a blue, a pink, and then a gorgeous little floral. It looks very cute on you, if I do say so myself. And then she also has this most beautiful cardigan. I love this cardigan so much. I think it's because it's a little bit old-fashioned, and it's super toasty, isn't it, baby girl? And that's also from M&S. Oh, feed's finished. Me and Josh did all of Avery's kind of Christmas clothes shopping in M&S. We like M&S for little girls' clothes. They're just really good quality, and they're very cute as well. Her hair could be a little bit better, I'm not gonna lie. You did not want your hair done this morning, did you, Puddin? So yeah, like I said, she is doing really good. She's still got a little bit of a wet cough and, you know, a few more secretions than normal. I feel as though that's just going to be something I'm going to have to deal with over winter. Hopefully it clears up a bit over the summertime. We have started to book in the appointments that we had to cancel while she was sick at the beginning of December. They start up again next week. She has her MRI next week, and then I think the week after, maybe even the week after that, she has her first visit at her new school, which is exciting and scary at the same time. And then she also has a wheelchair assessment, which I'm so excited for, because Avery gets transport with school, which means at the moment, as things stand, that means us putting her car seat in and out of their transport every single time. If it was a wheelchair, given the nature of the school, I would imagine that it would be a wheelchair accessible vehicle, so that will make things much easier. And she's kind of getting to that age now where she should probably be in a wheelchair over a pushchair, since she's going to be 4 in just a couple of short months, which is scary. It's scary. I'm not ready. She had some lovely toys over Christmas as well that she's really been enjoying, and we've been putting your Tony's box on, haven't we, in the mornings, which is nice. She gets to listen to something while I am getting her dressed. Anyway, I just want to quickly show you, before I sort Avery's flush out and everything, what the project is that I was talking about. So I plan to make this area right here, not that you can see the bottom because of the stander, a built-in. I'm not sure how much I've spoken about this already, but this unit here, again, you can't see it very well right now, but I'm sure you will a little bit later on in the video. I bought on Amazon. I knew I was just going to use a regular kind of piece of furniture that I could buy online as my base, because I'm not quite that good at carpentry to start from scratch. And then surrounding it, you might be able to see I've got random little bits of MDF. That is what I'm going to be using to kind of build it in. I've made a plan, I've got an idea. And before Christmas, I also built a base for it to sit on. This is so that it kind of sits flush level with the skirting board, just to make it, again, look a bit more built in. All of the MDF that I'm going to be using, I did order on cutmy.co.uk. That is kind of like my place to get MDF at the moment, and I've got a bit of an obsession with it, because I just feel like if something looks built in, it just looks a lot neater and just nicer. And although we will end up losing quite a bit of the space either side here, there really isn't much more we can do with this space. And I like that we have the extra storage as well. So in this cupboard here, all of the board games fit really nicely, which I'm really happy about. Now, we do have an outlet and also the kind of line point for our Wi-Fi behind this. it is all back there. So what I've actually done, not that you can see because the board games are all in the way, I have actually left the back to this open, and because this will be pulled forward from the wall a little bit to kind of sit flush with this wall, it means that you can kind of poke your head in the cupboard and be able to get access to the outlets at the back. And then also, because I like having a lamp on these shelves, I also cut a little hole in one of the backings on one of the shelves to pop a, it's really difficult to show this, to pop a kind of extension that will be kind of stuck to the shelving unit properly, so it'll look a lot neater. But for now, I just did that while I was putting it together, just so that it was easier when it came to actually building it in. The other thing I've actually done with this unit, this top piece here was actually not part of the shelves. I built this out of MDF, so it just gives it a little bit more height and wasted a little bit less space. So I have Josh home with me today, so I'm going to enlist his strength to do all of the heavy lifting for me, and then all of the actual gluing and whatnot and the putting things together I will do. But yeah, I have an idea in my head. I'm really hoping it goes to plan. But that is the job for today. We also have someone coming out to fit smart meters for our electric and gas today as well. So apparently we'll be losing power for a little bit later on. Hopefully that will be okay. What do you think, Puds? Are you going to be okay without the Wi-Fi? Hey? Are you going to be okay? Oh, I don't know about that. I don't know. She doesn't look too happy with that idea. So this is how far I've gotten since yesterday. It's obviously the next day now, and I kind of stopped filming yesterday because it got a little bit stressful. The pieces that I had ordered, it turns out it didn't fit right. Not because the measurements weren't right, but because the walls are slightly wonky, they're not straight. So I ended up having to improvise, and luckily I still had all the bits of wood left over from Avery's old bed, so that is what this is. So I've got the side panels in. The plan for today is anchoring it to the wall and then adding in the top piece. And then hopefully I'll be able to caulk it and finish it all off. I think it will still turn out okay despite having to kind of change my plan of method. To secure everything, I've been using a combination of kind of like corner brackets, straight brackets, and then also no more nails, which seems to have been working really well. To anchor it to the actual walls, what I'm going to be using is a piece of wood along the back there. I'm going to drill that piece of wood into the top and then use brackets to anchor it to the wall. It is already anchored at the bottom, so this bottom piece, the kind of base, I have screwed into the skirting board, and then I have screwed the actual unit into the base. So I think once it's secured up top, it will be fairly sturdy. And then yeah, I just need to kind of caulk all of the little gaps and sand it all down, and then it should be ready for painting. I am just about to get little Missy's feed ready for the morning, and then it'll be time to take Eli to school. Yep, in less than half an hour now. She's wearing her new little flared jeans that me and Josh bought her from M&S before Christmas. They look really cute on her, but I will say they're a little bit tight on the waist. But you look beautiful nonetheless. The jumper was a gift from my mum for Christmas. She's in her ex-panda again. I just want to get her as used to it as possible because this is what she'll be using at school. So, yeah, you're doing well, aren't you, Pudding? Hey? You're doing well. She has still got a bit of a gross kind of dry / phlegmy cough. It's a weird cough. I think it is just kind of her muscles not working so well in the morning. But yeah, she's doing okay. Aren't you, baby girl? Yeah. You're chilling in the rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're channeling wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. The built-in is definitely getting there. At this point I will probably show you it when it's done. Excuse the noise, by the way. Josh's trainers are in the washing machine. Speaking of Josh, he's actually taken Avery around to my brother-in-law and sister-in-law's house because they have a bath and we don't, and we just thought it'd be nice for Avery to be able to have a bath. So he's taken Avery around there to bath her. So the boys got these Mega Shake kits for Christmas, and they have been dying to do them, so I promised them they get to do them today. Apparently they're bubblegum flavour, so we are going to whip these up and see what they're like. What do you think, boys?
It's good. It's nice.
Let's see yours, buddy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Make down comments down below which one's better.
Very good. They're both very good. Are you going to put your last two sherbet straws in, buddy?
Yeah, I am actually.
Have you tasted it yet?
No.
Go on then. Good?
Yeah,
Is it good? It looks like a bit too much sugar for me.
Do you see it coming up the straw?
Yeah, you can. Is it good?
Brain freeze.
You're probably both going to have blue tongues after this. Show me your tongues. Oh, they're already going blue.
I got something blue on my tongue.
A sprinkle. Right, you happy with them then, boys?
Yeah.
They're good? So those were, I think, from B&M. I would imagine they probably have the same thing in again next Christmas. Morning, guys. It is Sunday. Sunday. Clearly I have not been up for long. Avery is just having her first feed. You've really got to stop throwing yourself forward like that. She's just having her first feed. Something Josh and I have noticed over the last couple of days is she has started to twitch again. We're trying to kind of think of what it could be. She's been unwell, so it could just be that she's a bit run down, but the levetiracetam seem to really kind of keep them at bay. The one we have been given on her repeat prescription most recently has been a different brand. It was still a generic brand, but it was a different brand to what we're used to. We normally use the Crescent and we find it works really well, so I don't know if it's the switch in brand. That can happen even though it's essentially the same drug. The chemical makeup can be ever so slightly different in different brands, a bit like with levetiracetam generic brands and then Keppra. We found the same thing happens with Avery when it comes to different forms of medication. So the liquid topiramate, the oral topiramate, works really well for Avery, but the tablet form does not. So it can happen. So I may speak to the pharmacy next week and see if they can order in that specific brand, but I know that they'd already made a note on the system about it before, because I had already said to them not to change the brands because we've been told it's not really a good idea to do it anyway. Good morning.
Good morning.
But aside from that, she's doing okay. We've just noticed she's been a little bit pale and a little bit blotchy on her cheeks. Other than that, we can't really tell if there's anything else going on. She's doing okay in herself though. She's still super smiley and doing very, very well in her expander. Let me put in. She's actually preferring her expander to her Peapod at the moment, which is lovely, because she sits so much better in it, except when she keeps bringing her head forward. But that's all her, like you can't stop it. It's something that she wants to do. So I know there's things that we can do to keep her head straight, but I don't like the idea of restricting her like that. Ooh, careful. It doesn't seem to bother her too much when she throws her head forward. It doesn't seem to bother her at all. So it doesn't worry me. I do keep an eye on her little neck because sometimes it looks quite vicious, but I think it looks a lot worse than it is. She is perfectly fine. Anyway, I finished the built-in unit and I'm absolutely thrilled with it. Now, things to note, I'm obviously not a professional. My brother actually does this for a living. He has a business. So you can kind of see some of the joins here. I couldn't get it perfectly flush. It's okay, baby girl. I did cut a lot of corners and I'm fully aware of that. I should have gone over the whole thing with a sander, but I did not. I gave it a really light sand, so I'm fully aware that I'm going to get little chips in the paint here and there because it is a matte paint and it's not a specific furniture paint. Like here, for example, we already have a tiny little chip, but that's fine. I'm not going to bother with that now. I know it's going to keep happening, and when it annoys me to the point where I feel like I can see it, because that little chip there you can't even see, I will just touch it up, which is perfectly fine. A couple of extra things to note that I have done. Obviously we have the Wi-Fi box here. I have cut a tiny little hole in the backing to fit the wires through so that that can sit there nicely without wires everywhere. And then I've also popped a plug socket up here. That is because I want a lamp up on this shelf, and then it's just good to have an extra plug socket exposed. Do you know what? I was so tempted to use this as an actual bookcase. But then I thought, no, I think I'll just keep my obsession to my room and not start putting books all over the house. So yeah, like I said, it's Sunday. The plan for us today, I'm gonna finish sorting out that unit and putting the bits and pieces on there. I want to like really blitz the house. It needs a really good clean, but I think I might leave that until tomorrow. We are going to have a roast today. We're going to have a Sunday roast, so yay, I'll be doing that as well. Yay. I thought you weren't too keen on roasts, Eli. Did you enjoy your milkshake last night? Yeah. So yeah, that's kind of all we've got planned today, which is nice because it means that we can have a bit of a chill day. I finished another book last night and it was so good. It's definitely going to go in my monthly favourites. I'm not too sure when I will do that. Might do it in this video, might do it in the next one, but I definitely have a few recommendations. Actually, to be honest, it was the first book that I was actually able to finish and enjoy in the new year after sort of Christmas. Like you would have heard me mention in my last video, things were a little bit up in the air and I stopped reading for a little bit. By a little bit I mean like days. I stopped reading for days, but it still felt like I ended up in a bit of a rut with reading, and I ended up setting aside the book I was actually reading, which is Saving Six, so I'm still kind of midway through that one. I will go back to it, but I just wanted something different. I think Saving Six, all of the Boys of Tommen series really, especially the third and fourth books, I feel like I need to be in the right frame of mind to read them, because essentially I'm reading the same timeline as the first two books, but in a different point of view, which I want to know that point of view, I do, but it takes a little bit, like I need a little bit more commitment to be able to have it grip me and be able to sit and actually read it for a long period of time. So I've kind of been switching it out a little bit and reading other things. I did have a few new books added to my collection last week by Jennifer Hartman. I've fallen in love with Jennifer Hartman's books. She's one of those authors, like every single book I've read so far has just been so emotional and so good. But anyway, yeah, enough of me yabbing on about books. I'm probably going to pop the things away on that unit so that I can clear up, yes you can, so that I can clear up the living room. Careful buddy, because apparently my children are starting to trip over things. So we'd better tidy up the living room a bit. Evening guys, excuse my face, I'm going through quite the breakout right now and I've just washed all my makeup off and yeah, spots are spotting. Anyway, Avery had an MRI today. She finally went and had her MRI. It was under general anaesthetic and she did really well, considering we had to get there super early, like so early, everyone on the ward was still asleep by the time we got there. And she ended up going down at about 9:30 and she was down there for about an hour and a half. She was a little bit drowsy afterwards, but she came to quite quickly, had her feed, and she's doing fine now. So we just have to wait for the results. It's not really, I don't think the MRI was really a diagnostic tool. It's more so that they can just kind of get a bit of a baseline of an MRI for her, because the last one she had done was when she was newborn. That was kind of the big appointment for this week. Next week we have to take her to Bristol for her orthopaedic appointment, and the week after she actually has her meeting with her new school and also her wheelchair assessment. So some more kind of important appointments coming up over the next couple of weeks, but I'm going to close this video out now just so that I can get it up for you guys, because I know that my gaps between videos are getting longer and longer. It won't be forever guys, it's just right now we are just kind of going through some stuff. So I hope you enjoyed building my built-in unit with me. I'm really pleased with it. It's not perfect, it's certainly not to like my brother's standard who does it for a living, but I'm happy with it. It makes that space look really tidy, and I think it just adds something nice to the living room in otherwise wasted space. So yeah, with that said, I will see you guys again soon with another video. Bye guys.